Welcome back, YouTube. General Soul back with Lunar Eternal Blue Remastered. And, yeah, now that Leo's kind of blown us off course, where are we? I don't know about that, Lamina, because that kind of hurt when we fell off that cliff because you sneezed. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering about that. And that would make you into a jealous fucking bitch of a cat, wouldn't it, Ruby? Alright, so what do we got here? Kind of a little dais or what? Well, at least the contents of your stomach didn't spew out, right, Ron Far? Yeah, let's figure out where we are. Alright, if you come up to the center here, we get a scene and Lucia is able to activate the magic seal so that we can get inside. Once inside, if you interact with this odd device here in the center, we will have a cutscene, and this will get you a new trophy for watching a video of an ancient record. Well, that all seemed very familiar. And first time I played through, that was the first time I felt anything with this game. But yeah, what's going on here?
That was a record of my best work.
Who's there?
To think anyone would be foolhardy enough to set foot in this place. Fortunately, I now have a chance to surpass it. The world will again be mine on a delicious half-shell. And you can't stop me, Lucia.
How do you know who I am?
Oh, where are my manners? Let me introduce myself. I am Galleon.
Galleon?
Yes, I am the same Galleon that was buried and left a cursed memory. And yet I now live again. Truly, if there is a god of destiny, he is fond of plot twists. And so am I. The time is not yet right for our decisive encounter. We will meet again, dear Lucia. It's our destiny.
Hey, wait!
So shit kinda just hit the fan. Galligan is alive 1,000 years later. That does get explained a little bit later in the game of how he's able to do that. I like and dislike some of the changes to the voice acting on this one. I love the original Galleon voice actor. He is so over the top Saturday morning cartoon villain that I love it. That I really don't like this take. This take is a little more realistic, maybe, but I just prefer the over the top Saturday morning cartoon villain of the original voice actor. I do like that they took out something that Working Designs had in the original version where he introduced himself as Galleon. Ruby goes, uh-oh, like Ruby fucking knows who the hell Galleon is. I went the wrong way. I forgot which way I needed to go here. So once we're done talking, go up and we have a proper dungeon. If you need to heal, here's you a statue. Alright, so the way this floor works is these squares are little teleport or transports, and you have to, each one will go in certain directions. You have to figure out the order. We have Persona and Reflector. Personas are red and green masks. They will do an attack where they will, the masses circling around it will close in on a party member. They're paralyzed. They basically will not be able to attack. Reflectors, the ones that are glowing, will shoot a beam at a party member. If they're not glowing, they will just come and attack twice. The masks are weak to magic, while the mirrors are, well, they're not really weak to magic, but they're not susceptible either. But no, it's not too difficult. Anger die. I would do anger dice on the mask. Take it out, and then you might consider on Lamina having her use a single target spell because generally she's so slow, everything's going to die before she gets a turn. I wouldn't use her big spell that hits everything because she's just going to run through MP really quickly that way. Okay, that was basically the same group there. Now take this platform and we can head to the left here to another room. And we have a new enemy. These are Dark Knights. Dark Knights, they can only attack I've really seen from them is they can teleport and like stab an enemy doing pretty good chunk of damage. Use a post sword on them, they'll die right away. The X for using the Gene's skills basically just means they're not going to be put to sleep. They're not going to be poisoned or whatnot. So this is going to hit multiple enemies, but it's not going to poison anything here. I did not do a... yeah, there's the stab. I did not do a post sword here. I decided to use anger dice on it. You can also consider that so you can get rid of some of the reflectors. If you're lucky with the anger dice, that might kill him. You might, if you're going to do anger dice, also have Lamina use a spell on it. But unfortunately, as you see, it kind of resists magic. So don't worry too much about that. You might just want to have Hero just do a post sword on it. Alright, second turn I'm just going to have everybody attack. And yes, it's like I said last time when we were having trying to get Lamina to attack after her turn of magic. The way the staffs work now in this game is instead of using them as an item, just attack, and she will use the staff like you did in Silver Star Story. Alright, we need to kill this guy now because he is about to murder Ronfar. Lucia is still either going to run away or put a defensive spell on herself or attack if she gets attacked. So don't expect much from Lucia. She's not going to be very helpful. Alright, let's go ahead and heal. Give everybody a quick heal here. Yeah, if you're going to heal with Ronfar, I would use your heal litany for the single target because that will cost less magic than trying to heal the entire party for 12. Alright, so here we have Masquerade. So I'm showing this one because we have two different mask enemies. Now these guys like to lower a single party member's defense. And then I don't really know what else they do because they usually get killed after that. But yeah, that's the most dangerous thing they can do is lower your defense and making you more susceptible to damage from other enemies. Right there, yeah. And they lower your defense quite a bit. And with them both ganging up on Jean, Jean basically now has no defense at all. So if she gets hit, she's going to take a ton of damage. But as you see, they are pretty susceptible to physical hits. They die pretty quickly. Yeah, Jean just took 29 and then 28 points of damage. That hurt. But nothing too bad. Now my map that I'm using shows where each of these blocks will go, but I really didn't study it enough to see what's the most optimal path. So at some points you're going to see me kind of go back and forth to get all the enemies, like here. If you take this top one, it'll take you all the way across to that mask so you can take the one down below to get to the right side so you can get to another treasure chest. I do believe we have shown all the enemies. It's been a couple of days since I recorded this. I hadn't had a chance to do commentary. If you watch the latest Dracula video from Dead by Daylight, you kind of know why. Again, I'm not going to go into details. But in here we have two Dark Knights, so I'm just going to clear the room. And yeah, Ronfar kind of needs a heal. So does Lamina, really. Now you may want to, if you've got a Starlight, you might want to save some of those for Ronfar. You might need at least one. Alright, so we got a Dream Crest that will enable sleep magic. It's not great. It only targets one foe. It's really not worth it. I put it on Jean, hoping she'd be able to put multiple enemies to sleep with that. Nah, it's better to wait for her sleep attack to become a AoE attack like her butterfly dance is. Alright, so now we gotta go all the way back. So slow. So slow. Alright, so from here, take this one. This will go down. And we can kill you, and now I gotta go all the way back so that I can get to that mask. Don't take the top one here. That just takes you back to the beginning. If you go through the room, I do believe that's going to respawn all the enemies here, so I would not go back to the statue. But yeah, I'm running out of MP on Jean, and we're almost halfway done with the dungeon. So, yeah, it's going to get a little bit harder. Yeah, I did want to take this one, I think. But yeah, I did not study to see what the optimal path is for this dungeon, as you can see. Anyway, we'll kill you. We kind of have to go this way anyway. And Lamina gains a level 22, which also means her flame spell turns into flame shot. So instead of it just being like a single fireball that hits a single target, it's now going to be like a big series of like 6 fireballs hitting a single target. Still a single target spell, but now it's more powerful. Alright, here's the second half of this dungeon, and again, I don't study the map to see the most optimal path, so this is probably not the most efficient path to go through. Alright, so I kind of want to keep everyone's HP above 100 just in case. Alright, but if we take this block up north, this will allow us to head into this room to our left. We got 2 more Dark Knights and a chest. Clear them out. This chest contains a starlight. I'm going to be using that on Ronfar. Alright, head back down. We want to get that chest right there. So let's go do that. Now, I'm looking at my map to see which one I want. This one takes me up here. And we need to heal. Honestly, I probably could have gotten away with doing this entire dungeon without using a starlight, but I didn't want to chance it. But this chest contains a flame staff for Lamina. So her staffs basically do the same damage as all the others. It's just that they do different elemental damage when you attack. So if you're facing things that are weak to fire, use the flame staff. If you're facing things weak to wind, use a wind staff. Alright. At this point, yeah, I decided to give the starlight to Ronfar. Take this block up, and we can do just like the last time. Go into this right room. We have 3 Dark Knights this time. Clear the room. This chest contains another starlight. I do not use this one. I was tempted to possibly use it for Jean to make the rest of the dungeon easier, but we're almost done. I think we literally have 1 or 2 more fights left to do. So, take this all the way back. And take this up. Take this back to the flame staff chest. And take this block up. And this will take us to the reflector here. Clear that out. And take this up here. And take this block to get this. This is the final enemy of this dungeon. So we are done. Almost out of here. Now, I decided to heal just in case because I'm not 100% sure if this is the end of the dungeon, but there's no more enemies. This is our exit when we come through this door. Just like with the Grindery, he's got a garden full of pixies. This is the exit to this little temple here. When you are ready to move along with the game, go to the south door. Lucia will dispel the magic so that you can leave. And I will be ending the video here. If you're enjoying the walkthrough so far, drop a like. Feel free to subscribe for more. And I will see you guys in the next video.